Hi YouTube. So my last two videos were like 30 minutes long and I never intended it to be that long. So I'm going to try to make this one a short one. Yesterday we went to 3 different Goodwills and I found some pretty decent stuff. The first 2 were a little bit dry, but the third one kind of paid off in the end. So I'm just going to kind of jump right into what I found and give you an idea if I can remember what I paid for these things. My girlfriend actually goes to the Goodwills with me because she collects like stuffed animals and stuff like that. She looks for Care Bears and Disney stuffed animals and anything she can find. So occasionally she'll find one for me, and one of them that she found was this domo. I thought it was pretty cool, and the back leg was ripped open. I had to actually break out the sewing kit and fix it, but it looks pretty good now. So they're 50 cents. All the stuffed animals, big, tiny, whatever, 50 cents. So, and then going through like the small stuff bins, I found a package of pencil toppers for Angry Birds, and they come in these little plastic display case things. I thought they were pretty cool. It was a package, but it was not sealed, so I figured, what the heck, I'll open it. There's another one that came with it. It's like a mystery box, but it was just another one of the red ones. I thought they're pretty neat. You know, if you saw my game room video, you see I tend to pick up all the Angry Bird little plush things that I can find, which we also found this one I did not have, a girl. I don't know the names of them specifically. I just know if I have them or not already, and this one I did not have, so I picked that one up, and 50 cents again. And at that same Goodwill, I found a Model 2 Genesis. It was a bit dirty. I cleaned it up, and it had, a game, but it was a Madden game, nothing spectacular, but it was inside, and together it was $2, I believe, $2 or $2.50 or something like that. So I brought it home, cleaned it up. I don't have the wires. Didn't come with any wires or any controllers, but for $2.50 I figured eventually I'll run into the wires and I'll put a system together and see if it works or whatever. But for $2.50 you can't pass it up. So that's that. So then we left there because there was absolutely nothing else. And we went to the second Goodwill. And right away, actually, the first thing I look for is not really video games when I go to a Goodwill, because I figure if they're going to be there, they're going to be there. What I go to is the board games, because I'm anxious to see what types of board games they have. And I managed to find 2 scenic games that I did not have yet. I'm not going to pull them down there in the closet back there. But I found 2 games that I did not have in mint condition, so I was happy to find those. And also I found this Jeopardy Tiger Electronics handheld, and also it had the second or third cartridge, the third cartridge with the book and everything, and that was $3 for the handheld and the book and the cartridge, and the 2 games together, the 2 scenic games, were $3 total. And then I found this here. Also, it's good I look for those Tiger Electronic games, because just a few weeks back I found the Wheel of Fortune ones, so I'm going to try to pick up as many of these as I can, because they're actually a lot of fun. Just trying to get a hold of the cartridges for cheap, that's all. And then the last thing I found in that store, I actually looked through the games and didn't find much other than just GTA 2. That's it. The disc looks good, has the book, everything, it's greatest hits, but you know, GTA 2 was a game that I did not have, and it was a game that I wanted, so it was a decent find. They had a lot of games, but sports games, so, and I'm not going to even spend Goodwill prices on those. So then we decided to go a little bit further out of our way and go to a third Goodwill. And it was one we had not been to before, and there was a review for it online, and it said, if you're looking for clothing, this is perfect for you. If you're looking for anything else, go to a different Goodwill. And I'm like, and she says, oh, well, we need to find some clothes for the baby for summertime anyway, so let's take a look. So we stop in, and it turns out to be the best one that we went to that day. So the first thing I found sitting on the shelf outside of the books, it wasn't even anywhere near the books, is the Pokemon Black and Pokemon White version Collector's Edition Strategy Guide. and it's in pretty darn good shape. I mean, I was hesitant to open it, but I had to open it to check it to see if it was okay, and the spine crackled, so it was like it was never even opened. I don't have the games yet, but I've been looking to get the Pokemon games, so it gives me a reason to. So I found that there. Oh, that was 50 cents, by the way. And then I looked through their games at that point because their board games totally sucked. And I found Crackdown and Connect Adventures, and they're both complete, and the discs look like brand new. I know they don't go for much, but they're for my personal collection, so I don't plan to resell these or anything like that. And it was $1 each, so $2 for 2 games. And I've never played either one of them. So, and then they also had for the PS2 Unlimited Saga. Disc is good. Did not have a book, but the disc is good. And they had Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy, which I was excited to find because this was the only one out of the Jak and Daxter library from PS2 that I was missing. So many times I was tempted to buy it from eBay, but I said, no, I'll just wait, I'll wait. And here, I waited, and I found it. And Unlimited Saga and Jak and Daxter were each $1. So 4 games, $4. And then I just picked this one up for the heck of it, simply because it's old. And back in the day, I used to actually play this game on the PlayStation, but it's a long box NFL Game Day. And it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little dented up on the top here and stuff, but this game isn't like a gold mine anyways, so I just got it for personal preference. Has the book. I believe they come with the phone thing. I don't know if they come with that in the PS1. I've never had a long box before, but if it does, it didn't come with it. But it has the book, and the book is marked $18.99, so what a deal I got, huh? I paid 50 cents because their older games at that shop were 50 cents. And then I decided to look in the toy aisle, which I usually look in last. And the first thing that my eyes see is a bag with Nintendo games in it. And I ran and snatched it up off the shelf, looked at the price tag, it said $10. And I said, yes. Inside the bag, I will start with, it had a Game Genie. And all of these games work. I've already cleaned them and tested them and everything. I don't put anything in my systems until they're cleaned. So I heavily cleaned them all. Game Genie. It is the Galoob version. Little Nemo Dream Master. Oh, most of them came with these slipcovers. So Little Nemo Dream Master. And these things, most of them looked like brand new games. Like the person never played them. Most of them did. Some sports games, Jordan versus Bird. Yeah, they're not all fantastic finds, but Jack Nicklaus Golf. Ooh, tough to see in this camera. I really need a more professional camera than this one. Of course, I'm not quite professional yet. Vegas Dream. Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. And it has the instruction manual with it. Somebody kind of wrote on it with marker, but it's still intact. It's good. The Namco version of Pac-Man looks brand spanking new, I will tell you. I have never seen a Nintendo game with a label this glossy since I was a kid. Mendel Palace also has the manual with it. Casino Kid had a manual in the package, but it's a reprinted manual. Somebody actually must have got it off online, and I don't really care. I'll keep it in there with it. Why not? No sense in throwing it away. I don't actually have the real manual, so. I also got DuckTales, which looks brand new, and it's always nice to find a higher priced game in there. Batman, which I needed a new copy of, and this is brand new. 2 copies of Mario 3, which I already took one and replaced the copy that I had because it was a much better copy. Now I have a copy that's like brand new, and it also came with the manual, so now I have the manual for mine. So these are extras. So 2 copies of Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 2, which I also swapped out for mine because the one I got from Goodwill was brand new, and Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, which I also swapped out for mine because my label was kind of screwed up on the bottom. So I was able to replace quite a few of the games that I had with much better copies. And the last thing, should have done this beforehand, but yeah, they had a package with these Wii things in there: golf club, tennis racket, baseball bat. They had one more, I can't remember what it was, but it was in horrible shape. It was ripped up, so I just said, eh. And they were taped together for $1. So, I mean, all in all, I probably spent 25 bucks, 20 bucks, and got everything here, roughly, something like that. So it was a pretty good day at Goodwill. And I will definitely be going back to the one that I found the Nintendo games at, because I haven't found cartridge games in a long time. It's mostly been disc games. So I will be going back there, and hopefully you'll see me get more stuff from that one. But anyways, I guess that's it. I want to cut this video short because my other videos were way too long. So, you know, comment on it, subscribe, like, whatever you got to do. Thanks a lot.